Okay, there's score markers over there. Everyone, I'm sharing on social media. Everyone, right now, but we are getting ready to start. Lisa is playing today, and so is Carly. Is this her first time playing this?
I think she's played it in the past,
Okay, they're
but
just
I
new
know
for
it's
this year.
been she's new for this year. She had to pay the.
Okay, cool. New phones. I hate new phones. All right. Chris got a good cut on the one here. Oh, he ended up with a very good leave right behind that 7 ball. I will be looking for the brackets here in a moment. Normally they use the bud. There? Or is it? There. Can't remember if they put it based on infinity or if it's spring.
None of those look right.
This is the last one they did. She may not have it live yet because it's not popping up on the Bud Tour.
All right, so it looks like Ming might be trying to do a one rail kick. I think he has to go in between the 2 and the 7 just to even have a chance.
Oh,
That was creative.
just jump over the balls.
Chris here looks like she has a good opportunity to maybe get through this bracket here. I don't really see any trouble issues here. I expect this is going to be 2 rail position for the 2 ball in the bottom left corner pocket. Now, if she decides to go 1, now this angle looks pretty sharp, so I don't know. I don't know if it's beneficial to go around the 7 and the 3 to be able to get position for the 3, or if she will try to do a 1 railer. And it wasn't as sharp as I would, but you can see here with now the back cut that she has on the 3 ball, maybe the 2 railer would have been more beneficial. Around that 8, that's okay. Just on the short side of the 4 ball now. This does make moving to the 6 a little tricky.
Think the bank would work?
I mean, it's early in the match.
Right.
That's more of an aggressive play.
Yeah.
I was
like
gonna
if
say, like, I thought that might have been nice. It definitely would have been better if you would have gotten the cue ball behind the stick ball, which I think this is what Ming's gonna try to do. Cue ball's gonna go around the 8 and the 9, two rails. Not exactly, just a little on the soft side.
there,
And it looks like we have a bracket. Just a minute, we'll put it in the chat.
there you go. I believe we had 21 players today.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it is. Considering it's been storming all day.
Yeah.
All morning and night.
Is your camera on autofocus? I notice it blurs every
Yeah,
so
it's on
often.
auto. What I can do to help that. Oh, I'm all the way back. I thought I could back it out of here. Oh, there it is.
Oh, what a good shot.
Very
Nicely set up
nice.
for the 8 in the side pocket. And the 9 in the bottom left. Field set to take the first rack. Unless I just commentated cursor.
No, that doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist?
Well, I believe it does, but everyone keeps telling me it doesn't. All right, so Chris gets on the board first.
People in the chat, where is everybody watching from? Let us know.
There we go.
This is an alternating break format. In case those are wondering, why isn't Chris breaking after she won the first rack? Because she broke the first rack.
Yep. And his race is 7 on both sides.
Oh, that 9 ball's moving. 9 ball's moving.
Oh, there by the 1 too. A little bit of a.
Yeah, but I don't see a combo happening here.
It looks like it goes. The 1 goes by the 9
Yeah,
too.
for sure.
Dun, dun. Yeah, I hate it when I get a new phone and things are laid out different.
All right, so Chris grabs the bridge here. This is such a tough layout here with that 2 ball being next to the left side pocket. The aggressive play is going to be to want to set up for a bank shot to the cross side, so that way we can get position on the 3. Otherwise, I'm going to expect maybe a safety play on the 2 ball.
You like drawing off a bridge?
Not particularly.
Oh, yeah. It looks like she might have made it enough.
Well, even if she could cut it into the side pocket, it would be. I mean, it would be great if she can obviously hold position, but I think that's unlikely. That's why I was thinking that the bank to the cross side.
Cross edge.
That way she can allow the. Well, I mean, she could still do the bank to the cross side if she was on the other side of the two ball.
Yeah.
So that way the cue ball runs into the 5 and the 3. If she
Okay.
tries to bank here, the cue ball goes away, which makes it much harder to control. So now the question would be as well, if she can cut it in the side, can she bring the cue ball to the middle of the table enough where she can see just a sliver of that green? And that way she can try to just play a thin safety. So here's the cross
Cross
bank.
bank.
Well done, but you can see, if she was if she was banking from the other side, it would have just been much easier. The cue ball would run into the 3 and the 5, or the 5 and the 3, and then she might have had a shot. Now, it does look like she can see a sliver of it.
Yeah.
We'll see the cue ball on the end rail, maybe behind the 4.
Nope.
That's what she tried. Nice.
Trying.
Didn't really leave much. Here we go. Let's fire a 3-7-9 combination.
Looks like it might go by the 7. Cut in the side. Where you see any safeties here?
Um,
Oh,
they're all like tough. I mean, if you thin cut the 3 ball on the left side, basically just to try to get over to the right side rail, cue ball automatically goes up table. Your objective would be to try to get it over by the 5.
Yeah.
Afterwards, I think that might be doable. So the 7 and the 5 could become blockers. Fires it into the side pocket just like you said. And
Yep.
you can see how hard she hit that.
Yep.
So look how much harder she would have to hit that just so she's not hooked behind the 7. What makes shots like that so risky? Oh, nice 2-rail kick. Just barely missed the side pocket.
Sorry, Evan. I'm still sharing on social media. Forget to make the personal post. Remove the privacy and make it public.
You share it to any of the Facebook pool groups like Pool's Not Dead and stuff?
I try to do that from the backwards billiards one.
Okay.
That way, the backwards billiards gets out there.
Right.
But I do share it on the personal. But my personal is set for friends and friends of friends.
Yeah.
Not public. So whenever I post something like this, I have to go back and change the privacy for it. Hey everyone, we didn't ask. Can y'all hear us? Okay? Any issues?
I would expect the safety here. We're going to see Chris maybe push the 4. underneath the 6 ball and try to get that cue ball to hug right up next to the 8. Oh, but she didn't
Oh,
cut
just
it
a little
enough.
hard.
She hit it just a
Yep.
little too thick. Cue ball sank through the tangent line just a little too much. Ming might try to counter back with another safety of her own, bringing the cue ball behind the 6 ball.
Yep. Got it.
What a shot.
Very nice. Hey, Robin, how you doing?
How appropriate is it that we're at a women's tournament and have the song "No Scrubs" playing in the background?
Well, they played it. Almost played. Okay. So everyone, I am playing. Oh, I'm trying to play with the setup. Shayla gave me access to her the camera they have mounted in the ceiling as well. So it's coming in NDI, but it looks like it's timing perfect with the USB on mine. Yeah, everything's pretty much laid out for her now.
Yeah, the main shot is going to be after she shoots the 6. If she gets on the good side of the 7, to come back down for the 8.
The nines over there. When's your next tournament?
I want to say it's going to be your Jack and Jill.
The Jack and Jill Predator.
Yeah.
Syntec.
So this is going to be a critical shot here. I mean, even if she's on the wrong side, just the cue ball has to go up and down table. It's just harder to be accurate to get position on the 8. But she definitely wants to be on the what would be quote unquote the good side, which this is the good side. It's just a little too much. Just a little too much. She might be able to cut this into the side and kill the angle off of the long rail to get on the long side of the 8 ball. But it wouldn't surprise me if she decided to settle for the short side position. Just a bit of an undercut. Apparently, I sound funny.
He's
Testing.
not insulting you, is he? This is yours right here.
One?
Yeah.
Testing. 1, 2. Testing.
Yeah, we're both coming in together through the same noise gate. Yeah, you were right. She didn't get to it. Well, she got to the 8, but she didn't make the 7.
Yeah, so she hits the 7 too thick. That allows her to get on the short side. So if she would have made the 7 ball, she would more than likely have maybe ran into the 8 ball.
Yeah.
Which is where my suggestion is if she tries to kill the angle off the long rail, then she can possibly get on the long side of the 8 ball. Chris is over here deciding whether or not she wants to unleash a monster stroke to get position back on the 8. There's no real good shot here that's just easy to hit.
Got it behind the 9.
No, I think she was maybe going for the 9.
Oh.
Nice containing safety here from Ming.
Gonna give her an angle though. Cutting this, it should come right back to the bottom of the table.
Yeah, but it's difficult to control. You have a thin cut shot, so it's very easy to overhit this to where you won't get position on the 8. And then, of course, if you do try to finesse it, the 7 ball might not even go in.
Diamond Pro Cut Pocket.
Well, meaning that the 7 won't have enough momentum to even get there.
It won't even get there. Okay. Because I've seen a lot of them just stay in the pocket.
Right. Now, if that was on purpose, that was very creative. And now we're in the safety battle to see who's going to make the first mistake.
But now the 7's on this side of the table.
Yeah, but this is a bar box, right? That's not a safety. This is a 9-foot table, so that's still that's still pretty good. Because it's in that perfect position to where, again, if you try to finesse this, you're probably not going to get position on the 8, because I think the idea is we're going to want to run into the 8 ball for this particular shot. So you kind of like that.
Right.
Being contemplating on whether or not she wants to try to cut this into the corner. The safety would be just to bank it up to the head rail into the middle diamond.
Looking to bank in the side. I don't know why she looks in the side pocket. Unless she sees something that.
Yeah, there's the safety. But we didn't make it to the rail.
Hey Russell, how you doing?
Here, I'm usually torn as to what to do here, because if you try to one rail it, you're bringing that side pocket into play.
Right.
And she really tried to kill the angle so that way the side pocket doesn't come into play. But
yeah.
when you do stuff like that, inside spin on any shot makes the shot really tricky. Right now, this 7 ball is just playing hard to get for both of them. That's a good shot.
Very nice.
There we go. Ming set to get on the board here. Tie at 1-1. Maybe some top right spin on this one here. Spin 2 rails out to the middle of the table, something like that.
Right in the middle. Beautiful.
Well, this is the only other thing that usually she has to take into consideration, though. She's got to be able to reach the ball.
Yep.
Short people problems.
Oh yeah, she wears shoes that give her about an extra inch.
Oh, really?
Yeah, normally she does. Well, I haven't looked at her shoes today. Yep, she's wearing the thicker one.
And Ming is on the board. We are tied up 1-1.
All right, buddy, race 7. Oh, Russell's cooking today. Next weekend, we will be at Betsy's for the quarterly. I believe that's next weekend. Live streaming, but the flyer I have right now up for the Syntex Tour, the next event's the 26th and 27th.
That's the event I'll be at.
Yep. Jack and Jill Open Scotch Doubles. Little Chris is going to make his Syntex premiere.
I think the last time I played in a Syntech tour was a couple of years ago.
Yeah. playing the one here?
It
Yeah.
was here, yeah.
Yeah, it was because when they were doing the floor,
Mhm.
because they had me all the way over there streaming.
I think that was the first time I had met Carmel. She even apologized to me after I got eliminated because I never got put on the TV table. I told her that's not necessary.
Yeah, it is.
Run your tournament the way you seem fit. I'm just here to support it.
That's the one that had you, me, and Jaden all here.
Yeah, I think so.
That
Yeah,
was the one where all of us were here.
I think so.
It looks like Lisa's up 2-1, and Carly's 1-1.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gotta get back behind it. Yep. Not what she was planning, but it'll definitely work. Thank you.
Seems worth it. I mean, the one ball is right next to the pocket. The two balls there at the right side pocket. She would definitely want to catch that one ball on the thicker
On the
side.
thicker side, yeah.
Because otherwise, she's going to lose the cue ball.
She doesn't jump a lot. She kicked it very well. I'm not sure what she. Okay. Yeah. That's what I thought she would kick it. Because she really does not jump a lot. Well, no, she is jumping.
Just check to see if the kick was better.
And like you said, the vertical issue. Jumping is one of those.
You got to make sure you can reach the ball.
Yeah,
She's on one leg.
She
What
got
a
it.
shot. But like I said, you catch the one ball on the thinner side, and this is what happens.
Yep.
Great shot and all, but then we lose position on the two ball.
Shoot. I don't have a notepad in it. I did not check that.
One real kick, but we're gonna. Oh, never mind. The 2-9 combo is not there. But definitely see a safety here where you clip the 2, and that way the 2 runs the 9, doesn't really go anywhere. You probably want to spin the cue ball 2 rails around the 7 to come back up towards the head rail. And I think that's the 4 ball. Yeah, 4 ball in the middle of the table, I believe, becomes the blocker. Go. Oh, just a little too hard, though.
I don't have a notepad on that one. So just for me to write it down for now, I'll use it.
Oh, then you to download Notepad++
Notepad++.
on your computer. Notepad++ is really good because you can start a document
Yeah.
or a text file. You don't even have to save it. As long as if you close Notepad, it still remembers your text that you've modified.
It's on the computer?
Yeah, free software. It's just it's basically the Notepad program on steroids.
Okay.
Got a lot of nice plug-in features that you can have if you so wanted. Yeah, that guy right there.
Right, just missed it.
I've got quite a few files on my computer, or quite a few texts on my computer where they're not saved. But every time I bring up Notepad++, um, all the stuff that I have unsaved is still remembered, and it's
Okay.
tabular, so you don't have to have windows for every type. Like you can have separate
okay.
tabs. Very very useful tool. I even use it at work.
Right. I'm glad you showed up today. I'm learning a bunch of stuff today. But computers are your life.
Yes. Yeah, I can't really tell if that 5 ball passes the 8, but if it does, this looks pretty good.
I can't tell from this thing.
Ming's checking on it right now. Something very important, folks. When you're, it doesn't matter what game you're playing, whether it's 8 ball or 9 ball. When you're thinking about the next ball, you definitely have to make sure that it has a pocket that it can go to. That's what you're going to play position for. Ming's already checking that out, seeing how she's going to transition from the 4 to the 5. It looks like she's settled on.
Oh, she's going
see,
back.
so it doesn't pass the 8 ball, so she's trying to get some sort of short side position, and it looks like she got it. Wow.
Yeah. Now, growing up, they always said look 3 balls in advance. Do you look 3 balls, or you just focus one on, to get on that next shot?
Well, so I think the 3 ball ahead phrase is more for like good practice.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you have a table that's runnable, meaning like there's like if the 5 ball went past the 8,
Right.
the entire table would be runnable. I'm pretty
Exactly.
sure Ming would not be looking 3 balls ahead. She would have had the entire table planned out. So it is good general practice to think 3 balls ahead, but the layout of the table is what dictates
Is what
that.
dictates it, yeah.
Because if you have a shot at your 1 ball, for example,
Ooh.
but the 2 ball is tied up, then there's no reason to think past the 2 ball. You're
yeah.
just thinking about how you're going to play from the 1 to the 2 to play a safe.
Play a safety, okay, yeah.
Right, but when you have a runnable rack, meaning no balls are in trouble, all balls have a pocket.
Right.
Then from a beginning standpoint, thinking 3 balls ahead would be good. It's just that right after you make the first shot, you have 2 balls left, so you have to tag on that third one again to continuously think 3 balls ahead. So that's what makes the good practice of it. But then as you get more and more skillful, you start to realize that the whole entire table is runnable. Let me just plan the whole thing out.
Yep. Well, that'll work.
Let's see here. Are we going to see an inside spin shot or an outside spin shot? That is an outside spin shot. A little friendly bump on the 7, but not friendly enough. I thought it was going to set up for the side pocket, but it looked like he's going to have to bank it.
Yes, ma'am. I was going to catch you when you came around. Sweet, yes, ma'am.
Chris ought to be able to handle this just fine. The question is whether or not the 9 ball is going to come into play. Not at
Oh,
all. She just
beautiful.
do it just with a gentle bank. Here we're just rolling cue ball with a twist, left spin, just like that.
Nice. What's a twist?
Hmm?
What do you consider a twist?
Twist,
Yeah.
probably a half a tip or less.
Half a tip or less?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Nice out there by Chris. Thank you.
Oh, we're taking a look at table 2 while Ming finishes her rack. This is Michelle Cortez with a difficult shot on the 9 ball.
We got Millie in the back shooting on the 9 too.
She's got a 50-yard line shot there. Which corner is she cutting that to? Top left. Oh, and she nails it.
Beautiful shot by Millie. Michelle's still looking here. I'm gonna let y'all watch Michelle's shot, and then I'll get you back. Ming just broke.
Rail bank.
Oh,
Just a bit shy.
dang! Great try. Okay, well, let's see how Carly handles it. What would you tell her to do if you?
I don't know if she's up 2-1 or if she's down 1-2.
She's down 2-1.
Down 2-1. So this is a basic safety where you can just bank the 9 ball along the long rail, like around the middle diamond. But I definitely wouldn't mind the aggressive play and do a 1 rail kick shot either. That's just too hard. So she was trying to do the safety play. She just hit it too hard.
Let me get you back to the stream, everybody. I'm gonna try to get as many ladies on the stream as possible, even if it's just short periods of time.
See, so when you look at this table here, right,
Yeah.
3 balls ahead means goes 1, 2, and the 3. Well, then what
Right.
do you do after? What do you do after the 3? Right, you have the 5, 7, 5, 7, 8, 9. So
Yeah.
we have an open table here. So I wouldn't see
Right.
why Chris wouldn't just figure out how to map the entire table. The tricky shot is going to be the 3 to the 5, right? Because with the 7 ball being where it's at, you don't really want a whole lot of movement after the 5 ball. Right? You might want to cut the 5 ball into the lower right corner, maybe shoot the 7 ball into the upper right corner. So the position on the 3 after this 2 ball becomes very important. Right? You can see she's not happy, right? She didn't get the position that she wants. She can make the ball, right? That's not the issue. But watch the cue ball as it goes 2, possibly 3 rails around, and the position that she gets on the 5 is going to dictate what she's going to do with the 7.
Hit the 7.
That's a nice friendly bump. But you can see here, this is where the important part is, because now we're moving again. It probably would have been better if we would have gotten, like I said, good position on the 3 ball. So that way we can try to get good position on the 5 ball with very little movement from the 5 to the 7.
Right. I need you to have on more. You've taught me more. I don't think all this stuff when I'm playing. But I really don't play a lot of 9 ball either.
Mm-hmm.
I play 8 ball. That's what I play league.
A good shot. Might be just a little too hard. Right? And this is the danger. Right? You know, there are times when you have to move your cue ball around, but there's so much risk if your speed control is not where it's supposed to be.
Right. And she needs to worry about going in the 9 here, right?
No, I don't
Or you
think the
think it'll
nine
go
ball
by
comes
it?
into play. You definitely want to. I would expect her cue ball to end up maybe towards the bottom left quadrant
Okay.
of the table, and she'll shoot the eight ball in the upper left corner pocket. Because she can roll this in where the cue ball will go in between the 8 and the 9. It'll contact the left side rail. If she tries to kill the angle, that's what's going to allow it to remain hopefully in the bottom left quadrant. Oh, she puts bottom spin on it,
Oh
gets a little
wow!
friendly
Look at
bump.
this. Nice.
That'll definitely work.
Just a little bit of draw off of it, maybe. Maybe punch it a little closer to the 9.
That makes
That's
the pocket smaller. Do that. I've come more to having positions like this on the 9 ball
yeah,
because I don't worry about anything except making the 9 ball.
making
I
the
don't
9.
have to do side spin. I don't have to try to stop the cue ball. I just
Yeah.
got to push the cue ball towards the 9. So
Okay.
there's nothing I have to be concerned about the cue ball. All I have to concern myself with is making the 9. Just
All
like
right.
that.
Beautiful. All right. So Chris is up 3-1. Race to 7. She didn't bring April with her.
Folks out there watching, if you're enjoying the stream, do backwards billiards a favor and give the stream a thumbs up. It really does help out the channel.
He punched that.
Yeah, it looks like she was trying to come out towards the middle of the table for position on the 3. She looks like she might be hooked behind the 6 now.
Let me get it back to the table. We'll let you know what happens when I get it back. 9 is right at the point. Oh, my bad. She got the hit on the 3, everybody. Eight on the bottom. 4's.
This is such a hard opening shot. I wouldn't even be upset if she tried to put the cue ball behind the 7. But she's gonna go for it. Nice
Yep.
little friendly
Little
bump from the
on the
5 ball
5,
gives her
exactly.
position on the 2. See, there's so many trade-offs you have to think about here. Cut the 2 ball down to the corner, sure. How
Right?
are you going to get position on that 3 ball? I don't think you want to risk it with outside spin to try to come back to where she's at.
Yeah.
If you go in between, I think that's the 4 and the 5. Then
Yes, it is.
what type of position are you going to have on the 3? See, there's an
Bump.
outside spin shot, and
Oh,
we wobble
rattled
the
it.
pocket. A lot of times, a player can say to themselves, "Well, like I'm going to be able to see the ball, and then
Right.
I'll figure out what to do after that."
The goal is just see the ball.
Yeah. But I really like a statement from Jude
Yeah.
that basically says, the better you get, the more specific you get. So seeing the next ball is not specific enough because that just means, well, you're going to figure out what you're going to do with the next ball when you get there.
Okay.
Versus, this is what I'm going to do on the current ball. This
Yeah.
is what I'm expecting to get for the next ball because I'm going to do X
Okay.
on the next ball. As you get better and better, you start to become more and more specific on the what you're going to do and the expected result.
Okay. I don't know who's controlling the jukebox. Hey, Pops.
Oh,
Oh,
what happened there? What did I
scratched.
miss? How did she scratch?
Went right in with it. I don't know. She thought she had an angle where she could hit the rail and come back out, but
So we still have an unclear mic. I wonder if that was me because someone already said that earlier. Do I just need to increase the gain,
or maybe move yours a little closer to your mouth. See if that helps.
All right. Is this any better? It also just give me a little boost on the volume.
Oh. Hey, Pops. Let me know if you can hear Chris.
Mic check. Clear. 1, 2. Mic check. There we go.
That works.
Okay,
all right,
thank
cool.
you.
All right. Tommy, much.
Okay, there we go. Much better. All right.
Tommy, you can't harass us until we get it right.
Exactly. I would expect this to be a bottom spin shot here. Just like that. Got a nice angle to go up table to get position on the 7. So specific would be, well, what kind of angle do you want on the 7? Is your angle to go from the 7 to the 8 going to cause the short rail to come into play first? Or are you going to have an angle to where the long rail comes into play first? Because if you're going to use the long rail, that means you're going to zigzag your way down. Yep. If you're going to use the short rail, you're going to do 2, possibly 3 rails around.
Okay.
And with this as thin cut as this is going to be, I would expect the angle to be the short rail to be the first rail. Oh, never mind. She's got the long rail. So here, we're going to see a zigzag. Right. So I would expect the long rail, and then second long rail after the side pocket, and then come back out for the bottom right corner pocket. Hey, Dusty, yes, I am all healed up.
Yeah, he was running around the pool hall this morning.
No, I wasn't.
Last time I saw him, he had a good limp. He is not limping anywhere close to that. Oh, last time we saw each other was the movie premiere, right?
Yep. Tale of Texas Pool.
Yes. Definitely watch it if you have not.
Okay, so unless I'm mistaken, it looked like Chris tried to do a 1 rail.
Yeah.
See, we fell just a little short. Unfriendly bump on the 9 ball, and then now here we are. Such a tough position to be in. Stretched across the table here. We got an aggressive 1 rail bank to the upper right corner pocket. No real good position you're going to get on the 9 from doing that. Thin cutting to the bottom right corner pocket is out of the question.
Good extension, I think.
So we're probably looking at a safety. A safety that I kind of like. I just can't really tell how thin. Yeah, that might be doable. I said cutting to the bottom right is out of the question. Well, you can cut towards the bottom right, put some left spin on the cue ball, and try to spin the cue ball behind the 9, so the 9 becomes a blocker.
If it does rattle,
so it's going to rattle. Like you're not betting on making it. I can see that as a possible option, because otherwise banking the 8 ball back up table, and leaving the cue ball near the bottom right corner pocket. Like this.
Yeah. Okay.
That's another good bank. Wow. That's
nice.
another good one.
Very
Nicely
nice.
done. We're definitely going to see maybe a jump shot on this one here.
Well, it's 6-4 between Alu and Jennifer.
We know who's on 6.
Alu's up.
Whoops.
Didn't quite get over the 9. All right, so Chris is going to get ball in hand here. Oh, Jennifer. Did she step on it? Watch the replay over here.
Oh, it rolled in her vision. She could see it.
Oh, hell.
Nothing but a simple stun over to the left a couple of inches, shoot the 9 ball into the same pocket.
Yep.
To be up by 4. Dusty, you're jumping back into League. What are we going to be
Nice.
playing? 8 ball, 9 ball? You have Ultimate Pool in your area?
Try Ultimate Pull if you do. They are supposed to have an Ultimate Pull tournament up here.
I think I saw a flyer for that.
Yeah, they're getting Carmel to come up here and run one. Oh, they're taking a break,
Break time!
Everybody. All right, let's get it over to another table. Got Michelle here and shooting for the 9.
This looks very familiar.
Yeah, this is what we left. Towards the pocket. 8 and 10. APL.
Never heard of APL. What does that stand for?
Well, he said-
A Pool League?
APL League, yeah, I don't know. He said local. It might just be a local league.
Looks like Carly's going to go all the way up table for this one here. Oh, how did she find the side pocket? Are you serious? Wow.
How in the hell?
Replay on that.
It hit the
Oh,
point.
just the perfect angle to come right off the point into the side pocket. How unfortunate.
Okay, so that puts Michelle up 4-1. And on table 3, which you can see a piece of, but Debbie's coming up right now. Lisa is up 4-2 on the back table with Millie and who's she playing? You know who that is?
That is Holly.
Holly.
She is one of our locals.
Can't see the scoreboard yet. Millie's there. Oh, it's 3-1. I think Millie.
Oh no, scratch on the break.
You're going to start getting her on the stream at the house?
If she wants. There's a couple of new ideas that I have that I'm toying around with. I've already been doing a lot of practicing on my table just to kind of break it in after it got set up. And I've already been playing a lot of straight pool on it.
Okay.
I can make content right now. It's just that I'm waiting until the room is done before I actually officially start making content. But I'd like to get some 2-man tournaments done on my table, so I can stream it maybe.
That would be cool.
I can commentate on the players, and sometimes I can be one of the players. It just depends.
You said that everything's in your office, right? So
Correct.
It's in another room.
Correct.
So they won't hear you.
Yeah. Well, I have to soundproof the door so that way sound can't leak out. I've already done some tests with that, and you can be heard from my office.
Oh, you can
currently.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Chris is back.
But I got a few ideas for content. A couple of lesson ideas. Once you teach something, you can either remaster it, but then after you teach every subject, there's nothing to teach anymore, other than maybe redoing it.
Yeah. Well, there's not. I wouldn't say everything's been taught. I think. Sorry, everyone. I moved the camera back to the stream table. There's always more out there to teach. You may
Well,
just have to come at a you may talk the same subject, but come at it at a different angle
right,
because someone may not have understood it the way you first put it out there.
right. That's what I'm saying. You redo like is how many different ways can you teach ghost ball, or how many different ways
Yeah,
can you teach how to bank, or how many different ways can you teach how to kick?
well, banking there's quite a few.
Yeah,
you know, everyone has their own system.
right.
It's like everyone has their own aiming system now. But I look at it, isn't it just the ball's got to hit where the ghost ball is?
Yeah, but then people will argue, well, you have to take into account friction throw or cut induce throw, or Jupiter wasn't aligned with Venus at the point in time, and blah 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 blah. It's just
Yeah, because one I have not understood, I really haven't studied either, is the CT.
I glanced at it. I just don't know.
Yeah, I don't know because I look at it. It's like ghost ball works for me.
Hmm.
It's like okay, I visualize where it needs to hit. Yes, I may be throwing it a little bit with English, but if I'm not over exaggerating it, it shouldn't vary that much. I wouldn't, think. Or at least from my experience of shooting.
Yeah, I did a couple of videos on CTE because my audience asked me to, so I watched a bunch of CTE videos and then I tried to do an interpretation of it.
Right.
I got a lot of compliments that the interpretation allowed people to maybe have a better understanding of it.
Yeah.
But then I later learned that other people were telling me that I was just way wrong. Like, well, okay. I mean,
Okay.
I told you it was an interpretation. Like, I'm
Exactly.
not telling you that this is how you do it.
Hey, Halas, I see you finally hit us when we're live. They've been watching all the videos. I've been missing all the live.
Oh no.
Yeah. Commented last night, actually, yesterday.
Yeah, so I did think about taking all of my old lesson videos that were done
Hmm.
in my garage on my 8-foot table and just
Yeah.
redoing them since I now have a 9-foot setup.
Yeah. And you'll be able to do with your cameras you've got set up now.
Hmm.
You'll be able to do maybe a little bit more
Yeah, it's
swap
possible.
here and out there. Give it a different perspective from a different angle because you're going to record from all of them at one time. Right, when you're doing something.
For something like that I'll have to experiment with that. Um, because my recording software can only it's best to only run one instance of it. I can have
Okay.
multiple instances of it up,
Yeah.
but I run the risk of crashing the computer
Oh, okay.
at the same time. Um, so it'll depend. Like when I did the video of my table being installed,
Yes.
I had one recording but two camera views recording at the same time, and then
Hmm.
in editing software I would just zoom in on one portion
Right.
at a time. So if I were to show the video in its entirety, you would see two views simultaneously.
Oh, okay.
So I might have to do something like that to where if I did record at multiple angles, then if I were to show you the video in its entirety, you would see
Mhm.
all of them all at once.
Once, yeah.
And then in video editing, I would just zoom in on the portion that I want you to see at the given point in time.
Exactly. Yes, Xavier's a kid. I think he's 9-year-old, 11-year-old. But isn't it great? You got to be creative. That's what I love about this. Hey, baby. Where? Oh, okay. You need anything? What this? What this? Oh,
That was the right shot. Look how that cue ball just danced
yep.
around the table and got positioned for the 7. We just overcut the 6 ball. Let's see. Cue ball being so close to the rail, I'm curious if Chris is just going to risk trying to dig into the cue ball to stay on the long side of the 7. Because otherwise, rolling the cue ball with some outside spin, she would possibly get on the short side of the 7. Oh, she's going to settle for a long shot. Okay.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with that.
Everyone, Lisa came and talked to us for a little bit. They were on break.
And here I'd expect the cue ball to come back towards the middle of the table. Give herself a similar cut shot on the 8-ball. Oh, she banged this one in.
Look at
Okay.
this. Same corner pocket.
Did not see that.
Well, based on the look she's giving it, she may not have expected that.
Well, she already looked at the 9-ball going to the bottom right, so we would just expect her to just float this on in with some topspin. Get the cue ball past the side pockets.
She's smiling.
Oh, no. I can't tell if that was an overcut or an
Ouch.
undercut. Settled for a stop
Yep.
shot. I would have thought maybe just draw back a couple of inches, but like I said, these are good positions to be in.
Right.
All she has to do is roll the cue ball at the 9.
Get her extension, I guess.
Well, then I guess in Ming's case, then we would want the cue ball to go forward a little bit more so she can reach it better.
Now, I haven't played on this since they redid the floors again.
Mhm.
Is it more level on table
It's
one?
it's mainly on that side.
It's that side's the issue. Oh, so they didn't do anything over here?
No.
Okay.
No, or not that I'm aware of. On the other side of the room, they have a table where if I go to the breaking end of the table,
Yeah.
the table comes up to like around my waist.
Right.
But if I'm at the other end of the table is just under my chest.
Oh,
Like that's
the
how
way
much of
this one used to be.
Yeah.
All right.
He just fires that in.
All right. Let me guess, is Jude going to be one of those playing on your table?
We have talked about doing some real long Solado matches
Yeah.
on my table, like race to 50
Yeah.
kind of matches, which I think would be a lot of fun. We just haven't really put out thought of a schedule of when.
Yeah. Oh, Jennifer came back and won. Wow.
Chris has got a fantastic break.
Yeah, she does. Would you go for the combo in this scenario? Oh, sorry.
Let's have a look. Closer look at it. Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Nope. Yep. Probably getting court.
I think you just combo this in with some topspin. The cue ball hits the short rail and comes back out to set up for the 1-ball. The 1-ball is more than likely going to drift over to the
the
left
long
side rail. So you definitely need the cue ball to get over there as well. You might want to put a little bit of inside spin on this one. Maybe. Oh, but just a little off on the combo.
So Ming will have it now.
This one's a little bit easier. I don't expect the one ball to move at all. Probably just a little stun off of the short rail. Kind of like that.
Yeah, I'll go back and check that one, Pops. Thank you, sir. Hey, Pops, you gonna be at league this week? I can't remember. No, wait a minute. No, we got the bye this week. Never mind. I forgot we're buyed in both of our week, both my leagues this week. Lights out by Michelle.
Oh, what a shot by Ming there. Threw the cue ball off the 2 right to the middle of the table position on the 4. Here she is already checking if she's going to like the shot on the 5. And you can see here, you can see that her positioning for the 5 in the upper left corner pocket looked a little uncomfortable. So now she's checking to see if she wants to roll the cue ball up to play the 5 in the side pocket, which is going to be easier for her to reach.
And that's knowing your ability and where you're comfortable.
All right, so she's going to go for the 5 in the side. I don't think she rolled the cue ball up high enough. It's still doable. I would expect the cue ball to stay on this side of the side pockets that she's on, and it'll be a long shot on the 7. Like pretty much where she's standing, because we know the cue ball is going to drift over to the left side rail.
Right.
I don't think she'll bring the head rail into play. She'll just try to just come back out, basically where the 5 ball is at, and that's where she's going to be shooting the 7 from. See, kind of like that. Now this one's going to be interesting. You know, if you're going to put some bottom left spin to try to get the 8 ball into the lower left corner pocket, kind of like that.
Yep.
And then you can see it's real easy to where you end up on the underside of the 8 ball to where your cue ball now goes away from the 9 ball. So how much inside spin do you require to kill the angle just to be able to shoot the 9 ball into the bottom right corner pocket? Because I don't know if you want to risk gently rolling this in.
I don't think I would. Me trying to hold anything. I don't know about her, but
you might have to shoot the 9 in the same pocket. It's just that your cue ball is going to be on the other side of the side pockets. If you don't want to overly complicate this 8 ball shot. There we go.
That'll work. Grab her extension, or it's still on there.
Looked a little uncomfortable. She has to get up on one foot just to be able to reach this.
Beautiful.
She does favor firing that 9 ball in at those angles and just spinning sending the cue ball 2 rails. That puts her within 1.
Oh, your the camera system. I can't remember the name of it. The patterns and all that. How does it work on the 9 footer?
Oh, you're talking about the ICA training
Yes,
system
that.
that I got. You calibrate it.
You
So, because
calibrated for the size table.
yeah, so the ICA training system supports 7 foot, 8 foot, 9 foot. I don't know if it supports 10 foot. For
Okay.
example, I'd have to ask the owner for that. But no, because I had it set up in my garage on my 8 foot table,
Right.
and so when I set everything up for my 9 foot table, I had to recalibrate it for my
Okay.
9 foot table, and it works great.
Is it over it or is it come out at an angle?
It's off to the side.
It is off the side.
So the creator recommended to try to do straight up and down,
Mm-hmm.
but my ceilings aren't high enough
Okay.
for that, because that would have been the best, so that everything is evenly lit up on the table.
Right.
So when you're on the racking end of my table, the projector is off to the right side.
Okay.
And so what that basically means is that from the breaking end of the table, again, the right side of the table is more well lit up than the left side of the table, because the light
Okay.
has to travel farther just to reach the left. It's not by much. Like
Right.
you have to be like at the table to really see the difference.
Okay.
But with my perimeter light and my overhead view, everything looks
Everything's
really good.
All right.
So we're definitely going to be. I'm definitely going to be showing more of that system in my new setup here. One idea that I had that I want to try is to see if it'll help me get better at straight pull, because what I want to do is hit a break shot
Right.
and then see where all the balls land. But then I got to using the projection system, mark where all the balls are.
Okay.
So in case I don't get out of that layout rack, I can just set
You
that
can put it
entire
all
layout
back.
rack back up, and then continue to go over and over again until I finally figure out how to get out of that layout.
Oh, sweet. See, I did not know you could do that.
There's a lot of cool stuff on it. They just had. I just downloaded a bunch of updates since it's
Okay.
been a while since I turned it on.
Yeah.
There's a battleship game on there, which I think is really cool. I have to read the rules on how do you play battleship playing pool,
Okay.
and just a lot of really cool stuff.
Well, that's good. At least they're continuing to upgrade it, and it's not one of those things they put out there and just.
Oh no.
The,
I try to talk to the owner frequently, and I get to hear all the different ideas, because he knows
Ouch.
I'm a software developer as well, and I try to hear all the different ideas that they got coming in the
Yeah.
future. It's a small team that basically run the whole thing, so it takes a while for new stuff to come out.
Right.
But it all sounds really exciting.
Yeah, because I figured you'd probably make some content on that. Because you made a little bit before, but you didn't really use it a lot, right?
At the time, I didn't. I did a live stream demonstrating how the system works,
Right.
and also I just didn't know like how to present it
Yeah.
really. But now I've got some ideas on how I can present it. I plan on doing that.
Yeah, I may have to have Lisa put it in the budget.
Yeah. So for those that are wondering, what's Chris taking so long to figure out how to shoot the two ball with ball in hand? It's the 3 to the 4. The 4 ball that is on the bottom rail here in the middle diamond. So the question is do we want to try to pull the cue ball back here to get on the long side of the 3? Otherwise, in positions like this, we have to draw to get to the 4. Like, do we want to shoot the 3 away from the 4 and draw the cue ball back, or do we want to shoot the 3 towards the bottom corner pocket, so that way the cue ball can roll forward?
But it's also gauging if you want to draw it back, you don't want to put it right on the rail either.
Correct.
You want to get off the rail. Like you draw it just a little bit.
See, I actually think what she was intending on was setting up for the 3 in the right side pocket.
In the right side pocket.
And I don't think she drew it enough. So that way she can roll the cue ball out. I believe that's the 8 ball on the right side of the table. The cue ball would be somewhere around there, and she would cut the 4 into the bottom left corner pocket. But it looks like she fell a little short. I can't tell if she can even go to the corner. I don't know if the 7 ball is blocking her or not.
Looks like it. He's now looking at the. Oh. What's she going for the top left? Oh, no,
Nope,
she's going for
safety.
safety. Hide it behind the 8. Try.
Nothing wrong with playing safeties.
Oh, definitely.
This looks like she might be able to get away with just using one rail. Gonna have to hit this pretty good though. Go up table and back down.
All right, cool, Russell. Oh, shit. That 5's not blocking the side pocket.
Nope.
Go up to the short rail and come back, maybe.
Yeah, the question is going to be is if the cue ball is going to come between the 5 and the 7 or on the right side of the 7. So it's a matter of if she's putting left spin or right spin on this cue ball. Watch how the cue ball comes off the end rail. Right spin.
Right spin. Hit the 8. Bump it. Sounds good, Russell.
Oh, not enough juice. Look at that. Perfect shape on the 5 ball, just not enough
Yep.
juice.
Can she get by the 5 ball? Ming? You got a better view over there than I do.
No, the 5 ball does block it. I don't even know if it's worth risking swerving around the 5 ball because I think the cue ball would just follow the 4 right on in.
Right on in, yep.
And the 9 ball is in a perfect position to kind of block like all the kick angles as well. So this is tough.
Thank you.
Ooh, I think a jump's going to be really risky
That's
as well.
That's a long jump.
Yeah, it's a real long jump. Enough power to get over the 5 ball, but not enough, but not too much power to where the cue ball is going to fly off the table after it hits the 4 ball. You know what? I wouldn't mind if she would have kicked to the rail that she's hovering over right now, but put a bunch of bottom left spin and pull it back.
Pull it back around.
To go around the 5 ball. But let's see how this jump shot works.
It doesn't look like she's jumping a full ball.
Oh. Well, the cue ball stays on the table, but not the 5 ball.
Oh, that's spotted or?
No, the ball's in 9 ball. Typically, when a ball goes off the table, it gets dropped, unless it's the 9 ball.
I know every tour has its own little bitty rules, little nuances. They change things. You know what I mean?
I'm not familiar with any rule for rotation pool that if a ball goes off the table, does it get spotted?
Oh, okay.
Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah. Was the WPA 10 ball? Or maybe that just may have been the tournaments they were running the way they did it. All right, Lisa got hers. Get over there, move.
Yeah, she definitely would have liked straight in. There's nothing wrong here.
Yeah.
I don't think she'll clip the 9 ball if she decides to float the 8 ball into the corner pocket. The 2 ball will just come to the end rail and bounce out. The problem is going to be is if it bounces out too far and sticks to the left side rail, she might not have a shot at the 9 ball. So she might want to hit this just a little bit just to get it off of that left side rail. Kind of like this, but the 8 ball's got to drop.
Yep.
So this is to tie it all up.
Oh, they're already putting the next match zone. Fires this one.
No, I don't expect that. Not on that shot.
The way she's been firing on
Yeah.
the rest of them, it's like, hey, baby.
And time for another break.
Yep.
Speaking of which, I'm going to take a break.
Yeah, turn that to 0. Yeah. Ain't it? Okay, we got a player break, everyone. I will be back in a bit. I'm going to take a break as well. Just give me a few, and we'll be right back at it. All right, everybody, we're back. All right, so we're 4-4, race to 7. Chris just broke dry. And Ming is shooting. Like she's going for the side pocket here. Sorry, but I need to get a drink. All right, Chris, come back to the table. Looks like she can see part of the ball. Can't see the full thing. I don't know if she can kiss off of it for the 4 ball. Looks like that's what she went for. I don't know if the 9's in the way of the 1. I do think she can see a piece of it. Now the 2 ball is all the way on the top short rail. There's a lot of traffic in between there. She got through it. So how is everybody today? Hey, if y'all could shoot out where y'all are from in the chat, appreciate it. City and or state. For the safe. I think Chris is going to go for her jump cue. Yep, she grabbed her jump cue. She can get over the 9 for sure. It's getting that window in between. Good jump. Got a hit, but did not make the ball. Ming played safe. Gonna go into the rail. Oh, nice try on the cut. You're just waiting for McKenna to shoot on the next table, on table 2. I wish she could get a good look at it. Like she's getting a little top here. Just roll it up. Hey Seth, how you doing? And she wants to hold it for that 5 ball up the top. Hey, glad to hear it, Seth. Glad you could join us today. All right, buddy. Little Chris. If y'all do not know Little Chris, let me get past the ads here and I'll show you here in a minute. The gentleman that's been commentating with me through this match is Little Chris. He's taking a break. This is his YouTube channel. Definitely check out his channel. He's got a lot of great instructional videos in there. He's from this area. They moved here, can't remember, a few months ago. Yeah, Ming's looking at it. Looks like she's going to try holding it there. Generally, maybe just stop shot for the 8. I'll probably roll this one up a little bit if she can get comfortable. She does have to stretch. She is, as Lisa would put it, vertically challenged. Right like that. Yep. Okay. With that one, Ming takes her first lead of the get match. All right, Ming broke that one. It looks like she lost the cue ball. So Chris will come to the table with the ball in hand. I'm playing with another. Hey, Yap, how are you doing today? You popped that one pretty good. Look where the four is. The five is on this bottom side of the table. You just woke up, yep. Oh, it is the middle of the night for y'all. All right, she didn't quite get it. I mean, she can cut it down the rail, but where that seven ball is. Now, this camera that I got up right now, this is actually the one that is used at Skinny Bob's. They have their own YouTube channel. They've got one a PTZ mounted, PTZ optics mounted to the ceiling. Ah, 221 for you. Beautiful shot there by Chris. And she can see the seven ball. Try to give you a couple of different views here since I have access to that other camera. You mean this view right here? Yeah, this will be the view. This is my camera. I'll spend most of the time on this one. You're welcome. Just the other one gives a little bit better view over the table. Okay, Chris is stretching. You can tell she hurt. That hurt when she bent over. Oh, she must hit it. Ended up staying in the pocket. Okay, she's going to go ahead and give it to Ming. All right, that puts Ming on the hill. Yeah, that is definitely an ouch. Okay, they had a ball fly off table five over there. Okay, Chris is going to wait for Teresa to shoot there. break. You can see the one, but it doesn't have a shot on it. Oh, she left the one. All right, Ming can cut this in the side. That is the 2 ball there on the long row. Ooh, she tried to create an angle. Get it to stay over there by the 2. Nice shot. Beautiful position on the 2. It looks like the 3 will go in the bottom corner as well. Just draw back a little bit. Oh, sorry, she's fine. She came by it, which she didn't want, but she still got a shot there. 4 balls up towards the top short rail. Nice shot. Good position on the 4. She's going to wait for McKenna to shoot on table 2. Okay, Chris is coming back. Coming around for the 7. Like hit some right on it. Give it a little spin. Beautiful. It's pretty much going to stop there. We had 21 today, yep. All right. Chris gets that one, so it's 6-5. Everybody, I'm going to go take care of something real quick. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, everybody. Sorry, I had to take care of something. Six five, 6-5. Okay. Make sure it wasn't a quick game. I don't know if that two ball. It looks like it goes by the 7. Oh, popped it right there by the 3 ball. On the back table, that's Teresa Garland shooting. She's the tour director of the Infinity Ladies Tour. Let me back out a little bit more. How about that? I think I was zoomed in a little too much. The auto zoom was still kicking in.
All right. Did I miss anything?
No. No. Chris had a bad game where she hung the 9 up, so that put Ming on the hill. And then Chris decisively got the last game.
All right.
So I backed out a little bit to compensate. It was still auto-focusing a little bit, especially when they're on this side of the table, so I backed out a little bit.
It doesn't have. You can't switch the focus to manual?
I can, but then I'd have to readjust settings.
Really?
Yeah. It's I have to set it up for manual or set it for auto. Now it may not be done. Let me say, it may not make a difference if I was to swap it over right now, but I'll wait until after the match, and I'll get in there real quick. But Tommy did want to watch the back match because I had it on the other their camera for a while to get that overview of it a little bit. Not as lively as most Infinity Tours. They're either taking this very serious or the weather's got them all down.
It's fury outside. It was raining on our way up here.
Yeah.
Hey, Yap, how's it going?
I did throw the URL to your channel out there. That way,
thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. That way, if they have never heard of you or have not seen any of your content.
Yeah, I need maybe.
Oh, that's Tommy's wife.
A couple more weeks of setting up my room, and then I'll be ready to go. What a shot from Chris! Stay out of the corner pocket, though. Oh my goodness!
Ouch.
I guess later today or tonight, I should say, I'll be playing with my microphones in my room.
Oh yeah. Now, have you narrowed it down? Like, have you played with any of them, or are you just narrowing them down one?
Just narrowing them down one by one, because the room microphones are meant for when I do live stream. My recorded content, I will always use a wireless microphone because the audio is just great for that. I just don't use the same wireless microphones for live streams because then I'm restricted to battery life.
Ah, okay.
So the question is Ming going to stay on the short side or is she going to try to go on the long side? She decides to stay on the
Stay on
short
the
side,
short
which I
side.
do agree with, because then she can follow the cue ball up, which is easier to control rather than being on the short side and trying to draw back up
Draw back to
position
the
for the 9.
9. Yep.
Yeah, that is a definite. I will be continuing my road to 100 in straight pool. I have been playing straight pool on my new table, and it's been tough. It's been really tough.
The 9-foot table's tough, or just you haven't done it in a while. So.
Both.
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 Oh, she overrolled it a little bit.
One of the first things I recognized in my straight pool game, at least on my 9-foot table, is pattern recognition.
Yeah.
To where I'm noticing that on the last couple of balls that I shoot to get on the next break ball, I'm doing a lot of movement, which means all the balls that I shot off prior
Right.
created that what's referred to as an end pattern, which means it wasn't as good as it could have been.
Right.
Because your last 4 or 5 balls that you shoot at in straight pool, you would like to just like the cue ball to not move at all. Stop.
Stop.
If you can help it.
Keep it as simple as.
Yep, pretty much. So once I recognized that, then I started playing a whole lot slower and really studying the table after the break to try to come up with better patterns. Well, thank you, Yap. I really do appreciate it. I am anxious to get back. I've been brainstorming this whole entire time on new content and stuff, and I've got some stuff in mind on top of maybe some new lessons that I came up with as well.
Are you going to go back to trying to put yourself on a schedule?
No.
No, you're just going to keep.
It's
When
just,
it comes out, it comes out.
Yeah, whenever I can. Work is running me rampant so badly to where, like here at this location they have tournaments every weekend,
Yep.
and I don't live too far away anymore. And every time I get off work, it's like, do I want to come up and play in this tournament? My initial answer is yes, but then right when I get off work, my couch looks so comfortable.
Know that feeling.
So it's just like, what do you do?
Yeah, it's like, I know because I get off, and it's like, it's either get home, I could go to my office, and sit at the computer and edit, or sit on the couch.
Yep.
And
I'll have the same dilemma because I sit in front of a computer all day long anyway, and so to sit in front of another computer to do video editing. So I'm going to try to do regular. Now I do know that like once I get going, the easiest thing I can do is break and run walkthroughs.
Yeah.
So I can at least produce those on a regular basis. But then the real getting into things with like details and stuff like those have to be restricted to the weekends.
And you're still playing League, right?
Mm-hmm.
Multiple times.
Yeah, and I got quite a few videos in my queue that I can do live stream reviews with.
Oh, sweet.
So I mean,
those were always good.
I've got a backlog of content. And Chris trying to tie it up with a long bank there, but a little unfortunate. Now Ming has a bank shot. This would be for the win. She banks it into the cross side. Oh, she had room for the side
Beautiful
pocket.
shot.
That is for the win.